Hey everyone, welcome back to Jaraci Cup 13. This is a series I'm really excited for because there's a player we haven't seen in a little while, Sparrow. Of course, if you remember, he's one of these Rail Rush legends from days past, so of course he has a special place in my heart. And he's going to be fighting PhoenixYo here, whose name is still different on Steam. Let's read their info.txt. So, PhoenixYo picks Coalition, Sparrow picks Galzian. It's worth noting, PhoenixYo is actually the lower seed here because he has played, like, more of the Jaraci Cups than Sparrow has, so he has more points than him. And then, actually, Sparrow picked Color's Teeth, which is the wrong pick order, but that's okay. It is PhoenixYo, you wouldn't really expect anything else. Second game, he picks Coalition again, Sparrow picks Galzian again, and then it's gonna be the Shallows. Alright. And then he has some strange quip about the third game not being played, which is weird because there's never a third game in the group stage, but that's alright. Looks like for Sparrow here, he has retired his base runner. He's building, or getting sandskin for fabrication, has all 6 salvagers. Kind of what we expect to see. Note the 2 on RUs for the start here. And this is something that we always used to do for Railgun Rush, but I'm not actually sure if it's good anymore, so... interesting though to see that he's still sticking to the old ways there. Base run inventory starting for PhoenixYo. Again, what else would you expect? And, yeah, the Salvager probably wants to get mining. I see. He had his eco rally point still set on the CUs, and then he set like a normal rally point right next to the wreck. That's the joke. Ah ha 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 ha. Well, if you check the resources tab, Sparrow is about to get Railgun Fab ready, so yeah, I guess maybe he's just doing the build a little bit differently here. Not gonna have a lot of skimmers, but he'll get Railguns out really fast. Like I always say, the focus is on the Railguns against Coalition, so perhaps this is the way to do it. The thing about Sparrow is that, like, he's really, really good at unit control. And, you know, you'd say he's like a one-trick pony, like all he knows how to do is Railgun Rush. Yeah, but he wins with it, you know what I mean? But that was years ago, so it's interesting to see him play today. And the question is always going to be, like, is he out of practice, or is he still, like, pretty good? And I guess we'll find out the answer pretty quick here. As for PhoenixYo, no LAV tech even on the horizon. He has seen with the probe what was going on. You were gonna eco rush. Well, I mean, you ought to know who your opponent is. It's Sparrow. He always does this. But a base runner being built here that'll let him set down a turret if he wants it. And first assault railgun is here for Sparrow. Of course, in Jaraci, you gotta realize assault railguns do a lot of damage to carriers, so you want to be careful about this. This can actually kill your carrier if it's given enough time. Turret gets set down in a good place though here. I think Sparrow is overcommitting. He's gonna see that as well and back away. So it's 2 assault railguns for Sparrow right now. Doesn't lose that other skim, which is really quite good for him. And this is where things get tense, as it always does in a rail rush. It looks like Sparrow is going to get a heavy railgun. I think that's the right choice. You know that your opponent is not building really, like, military units to fight you here, so... He's actually given a guard order on the carrier, which is sort of funny. This is not going to work, though. He can't just bring these units out to the base, especially with that heavy railgun up. I feel like this is not good for PhoenixYo. I mean, you know, he really needs LAV Fab. Okay, he does have that now. And then after that, I would say you need to get Railgun Fab, too. You know, I've had a suspicion that the Coalition carrier does not take the Sunder debuff, but I'm not exactly sure. This is sort of making me think it's true. Anyway, Sparrow's doing a lot of damage to this carrier. I mean, this is gonna add up, like, pretty soon. Railgun Fab is on the queue now. Sparrow's just building more heavy railguns. He knows there's no LEVs to deal with at all. And eventually he's gonna want to get a second PC, but he doesn't need to hurry up too much with that. And he can hit this carrier without being in range of that turret as well, so I'm sure that he doesn't really mind. PC gives a lot of vision for the railguns too. He might even get, like, EMP to take down the turret. Yeah, really, he needs a... Okay, there we go. And if he could kill off this base runner, it'd be pretty nice, but it's not a huge priority. He does actually drop a skim there too, but again, not a huge problem. Second PC on the way for Sparrow now. Sometimes I will see him back away to ref mode in situations like this, but I have a feeling he's going to just keep going here. I think that he can win it. So turret is getting hit by the railguns here. The railguns are getting hit by the turret, actually. I think what you really want to do is, like, have the production cruiser give you the vision here. And at this point, if the base runner is so low, I would really kill off the base runner too. I think that that's definitely worth it. Second PC has just finished for Sparrow. And this is about where I like to start getting upgrades here. And range calibration might actually be the way to go. But he's feeding a couple too many units into these turrets here. Let's need to be careful about that. PhoenixYo has his railguns up as well. Again, range calibration would be nice. But it looks like Sparrow's gonna go back. And like I said, sometimes he'll get ref mode in these types of situations, so I kind of suspect that that's what we're gonna see here. I'm kind of surprised that PhoenixYo has been able to hold this, though. I think that Sparrow, like in earlier days, would have been able to fight that, but he didn't seem to know what to do about these turrets. Production cruiser gives a lot of vision. You just want to have that guy up in the front line, have the railguns plink it down. They'll do it eventually. And you can kill the base runners that way too, which means that this kind of thing where he stacks up the turrets won't happen. So... no, it looks like he's gonna go back in. Sometimes I've seen Sparrow get assault ship fab here, which would be kind of interesting to see, but I don't think that'll be terribly good against the turrets. There's a lot of skims, alright. I mean, he will kill off this turret pretty quick. Yep, down it goes. But the problem is that there's more, right? And if he dives in like this... oh gosh, this is a massacre. I really don't think Sparrow wants to be doing this. Oh gosh. Oh jeez. Okay, well it's probably time to go back and get ref mode here. if he can't fight the turret placements here, then it's really just not going to be a good time. Again, he needs to use the railguns, and this is the angle to approach from, because here he's coming over the dune and immediately getting shot. It's no good to... like, he can't use the railgun range. I think EMP and then use the PCs to get vision. That's the key to this. Fighter and gunship fab, by the way, finishing for PhoenixYo. If Sparrow really does just go madman mode here and keep up on the rush... no, it looks like he's gonna go ref mode. He will need to have anti-air then. If he keeps the rush going, then he doesn't need anti-air at the army, but the bases are still vulnerable, so... but yeah, it is gonna be ref mode. And PhoenixYo seems to think he owns the field here with the Space Runner Moon out. The LEV, I really like this, because he wants to know what's going on. And he's actually, you know, he's going to see the PC here, which is really good info. If I were Sparrow, I would actually kill this turret, yeah. Because he definitely can, and then just back right away. Yeah, only losing one skim for that, it's definitely worth it. Oh, look at the jukes here, too. Oh, no, he didn't finish the base runner. Okay, actually, this is looking bad now. Oh, no, you can't do this. Oh. So, what he did there was really cool, and then it was really not cool. Basically, so... when the turret fires, it starts like a burst cycle, and after the cycle ends, like it's, you know, it has to, like, recharge. So you can just jump out, get shot, and then if you time it right, you can come back over the dune while the turret is cooling down. But then he just kind of ran up and died, instead of killing the base runner and leaving, which is what I thought he was going to do. So that's a little bit too bad. This is the double gunship thing again from PhoenixYo. I'm not really a big fan. Sparrow's good at micro. He'll probably split the salvagers and not take too many losses. But either way, he really needs missile ship fab, and I'm surprised he didn't notice the air tech. I feel like Sparrow should be on top of that sort of thing. Gonna grab another LEV though. That is nice. Check the units lost tab though, it's not gonna be good. Oh gosh, yeah, it's really not good. Even the heavy railguns died somewhere, and I'm not exactly sure how that even happened. Okay, when you're queuing up this many units, it means you should have gotten production upgrade, but that's alright. PhoenixYo was never exactly, macro was never his strong suit, we'll just say it like that. And for Sparrow, assault ship tech starting now, but it doesn't have any anti-air to speak of, so here come the gunships. It's like he's too busy defending this side here. He's not actually noticing that his main base is dying, so... Yeah, he's actually going to lose all of those, perhaps, which is not good. LAVs for PhoenixYo kind of feeding in, though, and this is actually really good for Sparrow. He can deny this artifact if he wants it. And yeah, you see he targets the turret first. That's definitely the way to go here. Just kill off that turret, and then he'll be fine to finish off everything else as well. Down it goes. And it looks like he figures he might as well take out the base runner while he's got a bit of time. So it's AEVs now on the queue for PhoenixYo. And Sparrow needs to fix his economy here, and he needs to get anti-air too. I don't know what he's planning. Like, maybe he wants to go interceptors, but I feel like it's just too late. It's not going to be fast enough. Yeah, missile ship tech is going to start for him now that he's finished armor tech, but... You know, you should also really, like, bring the salvagers back over here, because they don't mine as efficiently on this side. In fact, he's only got 3 there. He's only got 3 there as well. But yeah, if you need CUs, which you normally do when your eco gets wiped, like... Oh, and he's got a big RU float as well. Yeah, you really want to pull these guys back to here, because this one has 2 CU patches. It's like having 2 bases on this side. So that's important. Gunships are almost ready again, so you do need to, you know, you do need to watch out. He's gonna be back. If it worked last time, he'll do it again. But the AVs, by the way, I mean, there is gonna need to be some railguns here too to hold this off, but he's got a bit of time on this one. I think the gunships are the more pressing matter. So we do have missile ships building. Out of both PCs, I think that's definitely apt. Here come the gunships. They're kind of staggered, which is good for Sparrow. Well, PhoenixYo is really taking his sweet time to get here too, so the missile ships are actually going to be done. That might be enough to hold off the attack here. But now there's AVs, so Sparrow needs... Yeah, okay, but he's building railguns. Problem is, like, you know, the gunships could suicide on the railguns in order to, like, make this attack work. Sparrow's gonna have to give it the main base, he sees that. And here come the AVs pushing it already, they're here. The railgun is on the other side, so that might be bad. Missile ship barrage is not terrible, but it doesn't do a huge amount of damage. The gunships are here, but there's not really anything to stop them. And indeed, it looks like they did target the railgun briefly, but they're going to choose to fall back from that. He might just kill off both of these missile ships, though, and in that case, the gunships can just do whatever they like, I suppose. They're both low, though, so PC anti-air might be enough to do something to them. Sparrow's making a desperate hold here, but I just don't know what he can do. He's actually idling these salvagers, too. He needs to drop depth packs, maybe, but I think it's just too late. And PhoenixYo, with a remarkably questionable hold, manages to survive, so... Yeah, I don't know, Sparrow does not really seem to be on his game right now. Perhaps he just needs a bit of time to warm up. See if the gunship dies here? I mean, it might. Ooh, that was close, but no, not quite. And at this point, PhoenixYo's got everything, so... Sparrow can just choose to GG whenever he likes. He typically holds on pretty long, something I've always admired about him. And yeah, there he goes. Alright, so... Let's jump in. Oh, whoops, I didn't load up game 2 here. Oh, where is it? There it is. Remember, this was, oh my gosh. I potatoed. My bad, friends. Okay. Never send a cow to do a man's job, eh? Here we go. So game 2 is going to be on the shallows. And no surprise there, this is PhoenixYo's pick, naturally. Although it should have been game 1, like I said, but whatever. PhoenixYo loves this map. He's deeply in love with this map. Sparrow will not have played it yet, so I think anyway. So he might be a bit surprised when he sees the spawn positions here. I guess my wonder is what he'll do. Of course, we know what PhoenixYo's strategy is already, because, you know, it's PhoenixYo. He's just gonna turtle, that's all he wants to do. We'll see what Sparrow ends up doing. When he played on the old Shallows, Sparrow would always go for, he'd go for, like, a push where he's mining, because, you know, you would spawn here, and the two bases were there, very close to each other. So he would mine LDM from all 4 of those nodes there, and he would just go in with a rush, which was very interesting. Sometimes he'd go with bombers as well, which was always fun to see. We'll see what the game plan is going to be this time. But with Sandskimmer Fab going, and I think this base runner is staying here. Perhaps he just plans to contain, get a lot of extracts out, and win through that way. And honestly, against like PhoenixYo's turtling strategy, I think that's a very, very good idea. I think that's really how I would play this. See what happens though. PhoenixYo is mixing it up actually. Oh, look at this. He's building LAVs. He's graduated to kindergarten. And as for Sparrow... Oh, he actually only has 1 on RUs here. Okay. So yeah, it's gonna be assault ships then. And he's got a lot of money for skims if he wants them. Maybe he'll even build a second base runner. That'd be kind of interesting. He's making a salvager right now, though. And a couple of skims streaming out across the map here. Usually good to get Fleet Cat 45 pretty early in these scenarios because it's very cheap now. Yeah, so he's going to go for that. Used to be, of course, when you did assault ship rushes, you wanted to contain, and then you just want to, like... You want to contain him and then just go straight back into, like, ref mode, and only build 3 assault ships or so, don't get any fleet capacity, but now that it's so cheap, I don't think that's really the way to go. LAVs have high ground, though, so Sparrow's going to be a little bit flummoxed here, has to back away, and yeah, he is building a second base runner, so he does have some kind of special strats planned here. Yeah, it's kind of funny to think that PhoenixYo is going to play this straight and Sparrow is the one doing something funny. He really needs that assault ship then, but he does have the tech now, so he's going to start building it. He can bring the skims back, buy for a bit of time, where he can have like the base runner use its heal ability. But either way, he wants the skims there when the LAVs start fighting. Oh no, he really doesn't want the skims here. If he's just scouting for vision, but I mean, this carrier's here, it's going to kill him. Oh man, okay, you need to have the base runner here at least. Oh gosh, oh, he might lose this PC. Oh. I mean, this assault ship can die, that's the problem. Looks like PhoenixYo isn't targeting it just yet. He really thinks he can finish the PC, which he might not be wrong. Need base runner heal. Oh gosh. Oh, that's terrible. Oh no. I mean, he really could have kept that alive just using the base runners. And now he's just gonna feed these in too. This is... Yeah, he just GG'd. Oh man. That's not good. Well, a swift death for Sparrow. Not really what you expected to see right there, huh? Golly. And PhoenixYo takes down another has-been. Oh no. That's pretty rough. Well, thanks for watching. We'll jump on to the next one. Yeah, well, I think that me versus Hottest Man Ever in one of the Car Cups was a little bit faster, where I did some Blasterone cheese and he like surrendered. I think that's Car Cup number 8 or something. Maybe it's number 11. I'd have to look it up. But he surrendered like 2 minutes in. But yeah, that is pretty fast though. Yikes.